SWToR wins MMO Game of the Year from GameSpy. Heck yeah. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, sucker! What's up, everybody? AWOL here from TGN Gamer TV, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of SWToR Weekly News. And if you're not already familiar with the show, I bring you everything you need to know about Star Wars: The Old Republic from the previous week in about 15 minutes. The best way to follow this show on YouTube is to scroll down to the video description below where the comment says "See Full Show." Just click that link and it'll bring you right over here to our SWToR show. Just click subscribe and you'll get nothing but Star Wars: The Old Republic content from our talented team here at TGN, no spam. Boom, and here we are on AskAJedi.com. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Hope you guys enjoyed it. How many of you played Star Wars: The Old Republic on New Year's instead of going out to get drunk? Or perhaps did you get drunk while playing Star Wars: The Old Republic? God only knows. Huge news here. TOR wins MMO Game of the Year from GameSpy. Heck yeah. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know, do you feel like Star Wars: The Old Republic deserves MMO of the Year from GameSpy? Here's the actual article itself. BioWare and LucasArts and Electronic Arts pulling this sucker down. Here's the quote directly from them saying, "Whether playing as a member of the Republic or the Empire, as a Jedi or Sith or any other classes, the staff was sucked into SWToR by its well-written storylines. They would have glossed over the storylines if they weren't delivered by the ridiculously good recorded dialogue. Also, BioWare's signature dialogue trees and element of choice basically got them fully immersed in the game, and which awarded them MMO of the Year. Everybody agrees. The story in this game, the dialogue in this game, hands down the best ever for any MMO. You really can't argue with that element of it. However, do you feel like this game deserved overall MMO of the Year? Post in the comments below. Also receiving an honorable mention this year was Rift. Also a fantastic game, so they deserved that. Game of the Year itself went to Skyrim. All of its competition took an arrow to the knee. This debate's been hanging around for a while. Should Star Wars: The Old Republic be a free-to-play game? Should it be on the free-to-play model? It has been confirmed for the umpteenth time that free-to-play is not the right thing for Star Wars: The Old Republic. In this short interview with Joystick with the doctors, Greg and Ray, they went ahead and say that they're not saying it's for better or for worse, among other things, but basically they're saying that the free-to-play development isn't able to do the same things that you can do with a subscription development business model. And since they were on a subscription model, they were able to get bigger investment and able to do larger things on a bigger size and scale than free-to-play games could do. We were debating this on our show Project Tour Live the other week, and on Wednesday, by the way, that airs on my live stream every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come check out the live stream and just subscribe, and you can check out that show and engage in the discussion. But on this live stream, we were discussing free-to-play. The community answered by saying that they agree that this game should not be free-to-play. A link to this live stream, by the way, is in the video description below if you want to check out the discussion that we had. But mostly everybody agrees that free-to-play is not the correct model for Star Wars: The Old Republic. I personally think if they wanted to do free-to-play in the future, that would have to be a move that would be put into place to save the game if it's on its deathbed business-wise, and that's really been the instances that free-to-play MMOs have been successful in the past. When MMOs get in trouble, they go free-to-play, and it pulls them out of the hole. This MMO, however, it's got 1.6 million strong right now, and it's getting even bigger, so I don't see free-to-play in the future whatsoever. Patch notes 1.0.2 on the public test server. Basically, they're rolling out some guild fixes here and fixing some other bugs. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here. Some notable things, like if you're in a guild that goes leaderless, if your guild leader goes MIA, basically a random officer will automatically be chosen and promoted to guild leader if that happens. As far as Sith Inquisitors are concerned, some of you guys were having issues where your Darth title was not properly granted to you. That's actually pretty major because the Darth title is very, very important. Some bugs being fixed on Toral 5, as well as some operations bugs fixes, namely that there was an issue choosing Nightmare mode, and it did not set enemies to nightmare difficulty, so you were not actually playing a nightmare type scenario. PvP lockboxes now cost 70 commendations and contain more consumables than they did before. I remember some people telling me that PvP lockboxes, they would buy them and have like one consumable in them and just be like a complete rip-off. So basically they wanted to go ahead and fix that issue. Also, they corrected a number of issues where PvP items were binding upon equip, and now they bind upon pickup. Also, PvP vendors on capital planets offer the correct items that they should be offering, which was sort of annoying before, and commendations received via in-game mail will actually be assigned to your currency tab, which was very, very nice. Also, some random mission fixes for the Imperial Agent, as well as the Republic missions as well, and just more bug fixes and UI fixes as well. Things like when you're on the map and you have group members, they appear to be on all planets on the galaxy map. That was ridiculously annoying. And there was also an issue where map notes would disappear after logging in and logging back out. So they're just continuing to squash bugs. So patch 1.0.2, I approve your message. World's first, read all about it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Eternity Vault has been condemned. That's right, the world first 16-man cleared on normal mode at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. The world was rocked on December 28th as Condemned, this guild right here, they're a North America team focused on PvP. Check out the link in the video description below if you'd like to check out their guild. Pretty legit website, obviously a legit guild, taking this sucker down. There is some debate as to whether this was the world's first. However, I'm gonna go ahead and give them credit until somebody proves it wrong. But anyway, here they are, clearing it on normal, everybody lining up, taking a picture like a boss, and then check out this badass drop that you get down here, the vehicle that drops from the final boss. Oh, you know you want that vehicle. You don't have this. You don't have this. Oh, you know you don't have this. Copyright Pure Shield. Check out the links in the video description below if you'd like to check out Condemned. Well, thank you for the patch notes, BioWare. What about the ability delay? I know, a lot of people are talking about the ability delay, and if you're not already familiar, Blue Milk and Cereal's here to hook you up, son. Alright, ability delay is basically the feeling of connection between the person behind the keyboard and the avatar that is being controlled. So the character responsiveness, a lot of people are having issues, and they're saying that it is not latency or FPS lag. I can confirm that because mine is really awesome because I have a really good computer. One person is saying that you may hate World of Warcraft and believe that it is the worst abomination on the planet, but you've got to admit it is the best as far as character responsiveness is concerned in a Western MMO ever. So, people that are playing Star Wars The Old Republic would like a similar responsiveness. By the way, this is from an original poster on XCore, which did a good job of explaining what the ability delay is. PvP for Star Wars The Old Republic obviously can never be truly competitive, like an arena-style stuff like you saw in World of Warcraft, until the ability delay issue is fixed, if it's even real. So it's time to vote to see if you guys even notice what we're talking about here. Basically, I'm talking about you click the button, and then your avatar doesn't exactly do what you want him to do for a split second of time, which basically destroys your character responsiveness. Personally, yeah, it's very noticeable to me. Do I still enjoy playing the game? Yeah, but it is very noticeable. So I'm going to go ahead and vote here, and let's see what the community thinks about the ability delay issue. 50% saying that they do experience it, and it is noticeable. 37% saying, yeah, they notice it, but it doesn't bother them. And 13% saying, I don't think that this is real whatsoever, and people are imagining it. So the majority of the community, 87% saying that it is a real thing. So, post in the comments below if you think the ability delay is a real thing for you, and also link in the video description below if you'd like to vote in this poll. Stephen Reed is a brave man for hopping onto Reddit, a very volatile community full of good people and also very, very bad people that call everything fake and gay. Yes, you guys are familiar with Reddit. It has great stuff and it has terrible stuff. So Stephen Reed put on his football pads, put on his helmet, and dived right in and answered questions directly from the community on this Q&A. Alright, let's check it out. The ability delay was one of the first questions, and is there going to be an ETA on a fix? Some people were asking, hey, it's been discussed internally and we're talking about it publicly soon. It's not a simple issue, and they aren't going to have a quick off-the-cuff response to that. By the way, I'm just going to pick random questions here because there's like literally 100 questions that he answered. Some people are asking, can I have a job? And he's saying, check out bioware.com/careers. Some other people talking about, is there a priority for the mod API to BioWare? And they're saying what he's talking about is adding add-ons and mods to your UI. We've discussed this on Project TeamCND, my live stream show before, and the UI team is going to work on improving the existing UI first before they look at opening up modding. They said that modding might occur in the future, but they do not have an ETA on when they can share that yet. That's what he's saying. Another question coming in here, one that I'm interested in. Any thoughts of letting us play Sabak or Pazak against other players or a house just for credits? And those games are fondly remembered by many team members from KOTOR, he says, with a smiley face, but no real response there. Obviously, the issue, as we discussed on Project TeamCND here, is that it requires gambling to do so, and gambling might bump up the rating in this game above T for teen, and that can't happen. So, what will it take us to get official server forums? Send a stack of unmarked bills to X, he was talking about. We were talking about this today, actually, is what he's saying, and it's still under discussion from the perspective that there's no easy solution, but they have ideas. They're talking about, specific forums just for servers, so guilds on servers and players on servers can only talk to people on just their server. Not bad. Do you know if the devs currently feel if Hutball is balanced or not, was one of the questions. I haven't asked specifically if the devs feel that Hutball was unbalanced, but I'm sure they're looking at this as an issue, but I haven't heard much on that, but it still looked like the metrics very carefully. And some people do feel that Hutball is imbalanced for some reason or another. Personally, I feel that it is a balanced game. However, the fact that level 10s can queue up against level 50s, that does create some imbalance along the way. And obviously, tiered PvP and cross-server PvP is the only way to correct that issue. And those will probably be features that will be implemented at some point in the future. We don't know. Let's check out some random other questions here because there's a lot of juicy information. It's been a bit unclear on what the future of space combat will be in SWToR, and he says that changes to space combat will occur over time, they're sure, but don't expect a whole bunch of changes to appear suddenly in a matter of months. James Olin has already confirmed this information as well, that they're working on space combat. They're implementing a new system in space combat. What that will be, we don't know. So let's check out some more Q&A. Just going to randomly select some questions. What are your favorite British TV shows? Doctor Who with a smiley face. Very nice. So, in the past, Stephen Reed has talked about how he has as a Brit he has to spell as an American now because he's interacting with mostly Americans in this game. And I thought this was a very clever answer. Spelling American style makes things easier. Obviously, he needs to do so. He is a community director. It makes things easier when you're dealing with Americans, and he can change his colors on the fly. British spelling, colors, very, very clever. Anyway, I'm not going to read all of these answers to you. You can go ahead and sort through these yourself. Really cool answers, really juicy stuff, and you get some insight as to how things are working at BioWare when developing this game. Link in the video description below. Do you want your Tor self immortalized forever? Do you like to win things? Okay, cool. Well, you can get yourself in webcomic form thanks to Jedi Gambit. They're running a contest right now where basically you can have your Tor character immortalized forever in comic book drawing form, or you can have a version of yourself as one of the in-game classes drawn in a expert Star Wars The Old Republic style comic drawing. Kind of an example of what I'm talking about here is like this Happy Holidays card where they did for Ask a Jedi, and basically they got like Lethality, Cray, they got Momus, the whole crew, P-Walsh, everybody, and basically a Tor version of themselves drawn here. They're going to do a higher quality version for you. So come on over here to JediGambit.wordpress.com. This is hands down the best Star Wars The Old Republic style inspired comic. So come check it out. Basically, to enter this contest, link in the video description below if you want to read all the details. But basically, to enter, you just take this statement right here. Jedi Gambit is hosting this contest. Go ahead and tweet it. That's it. You win. January 5th at 12 p.m. is the contest deadline, so go ahead and do your tweet, and you have a chance to win a kick-ass drawing. Go ahead and participate, guys, and feel free to support Jedi Gambit. They're doing really cool stuff. It is time to pass judgment on your fellow Tor gamer. Blue Milk and Cereal here so that you can share your opinion on how strict rule enforcement should be in Tor. Seriously, punishable by death, beatings, hangings, jail time, maybe just a warning or something? Alright, anytime anybody can abuse or cheat or exploit something in an MMO, they're gonna do it. Stuff like gold farmers, right? They go ahead and figure out an assortment of exploits that undermine the in-game economy, and then they rake in the gold based on some kind of bug or exploit or that type of thing. That is, I think, should be a punishable offense in a game if they're abusing it on a regular basis. However, I think a punishment that should automatically get people banned from an MMO is stuff like selling gold, like cash for gold sites, and like offering to level up people's characters for real money outside of the game. People that sell services for real money outside of MMOs, I feel like they should be permanently banned upon their first offense, but maybe we differ in our opinions. Post in the comments below, and also you can vote here in the article. Some other offenses would include stuff like bringing a super low level character into level 50 zone on Ilum, which is against the rules, but shouldn't it be the responsibility of BioWare to make sure that that can't happen? I don't know, is that a bannable offense? You know, a lot of these things have very different implications in-game, and therefore, in my opinion, should have very different punishments, if there should be any punishments. Personally, I think it depends on the offense as to how you should be punished for abusing rules in-game. I already made my opinion clear on cash for gold type things and leveling for, you know, cash type services. Those are clearly completely bannable, as they ruin the entire point of a video game, right? So I'm going to put depends on the offense here on how strict should rule enforcement be in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Let's see what the community thinks and see if they want to lay the hammer down. Depends on the offense coming in at the top level. Up to 3 warnings before suspension coming in at 31%, and 10% saying immediate suspension, and 3 votes coming in at other. So those must be the people that want people to be put to death for doing things in game. I don't know, I'd be curious to know what your vote is, guys. Vote, link in the video description below. Also express your opinion in the comments. And that wraps up this week's Star Wars: The Old Republic news. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and please click the link at the top of the video description below if you want to follow us in the future. That'll bring you over here to our SWToR show. Just click subscribe, you'll avoid all garbage and spam, and you'll get nothing but Star Wars: The Old Republic content from us for years to come. If you want to support this show, please click the like button below and share this video on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. That helps me out a ton. Also, when you favorite these videos, that helps me out immensely, and it lets me know you appreciate the hard work I'm putting into these. If you want to follow me personally, AWOL, on the social medias, follow me on TGN.TV here, Facebook here, and Twitter here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the Star Wars universe.